Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the home of Benilde St. Margaret's High School and the Red Knights. Tonight we are bringing you non-conference boys lacrosse, the visiting Blake Bears, visiting the Red Knights of Benilde St. Margaret's. They're big rivals and we are underway here. The Bears come in with a 2-3 record against the Red Knights, which are undefeated, and they're having a great year. And we're just underway here, the original face-off, 3 seconds into it. And we have a 1-minute personal foul against Benilde. It looks like it's on number 21, Coleman Reese. So right off the bat, the visiting Bears, who are 2-3, have a man advantage for 1 minute. And we're underway here. In green are the Blake Bears, going from left to right on your screen. Benilde is in the white with the red lettering. And that is number 23 for the Bears. Jimmy Groover up on the left side. Number 5 on top there is Blake Weinhauser. Down below number 10 is Levi Havlak, or Levac, I should say, and he loses the ball and it's out of bounds, but it's still in the Blake Bears' possession. This is a big rivalry, these two schools. Blake is just up Highway 100 from Benilde, just north of 394, so a good long walk would get you to either school, so big rivalry here. Also, the head coach for Benilde, Rob Horn, used to coach the Blake Bears and won a state championship with them, and he's won a state championship here with the Red Knights. So there is intrigue in this match beyond just the closeness of the two schools. And there you can see a nice shot by the Bears, number 10, Levi Levac, and he hits the right post. And thank God for the post, says the Benilde goalie. So back underway here. Benilde has the ball. That is number 24, Quinn Elin. He's got 6 goals on the season and 4 assists. Fourth in scoring for the Red Knights. Number 4 down low, that is Edmund Hughes. As the Benilde is doing a nice job moving that ball around quickly. Neither one is holding on to it for very long. That's number 22, Ben Shear. Tries to put a running move and gets by number 2, Jackson Hubler, for the Blake Bears, and the ball goes out of bounds in favor of the Red Knights. Just underway here, a little under 10 minutes in the first quarter, 0-0. It's number 24, Quinn Elin. Over to Shear. And a shot and a goal. Number 1 for Benilde. Their number 1 scorer on the team, that's Jack Van Overbeek. And he gets the first goal. Pass down to him, and he does a nice shot. Look at the form on that shot. That was a no-doubter from Mr. Van Overbeek. Nice job by him. 1-0 at the 9:44 mark, first quarter. Van Overbeek from Ben Shear gets the assist for the Red Knights. They're up 1-0, and now we have the all-important face-off. And Blake comes away with it. Let's see if they can answer that goal. Number 3, Thomas Washington does a nice job with that, and he still has the ball. Throws it down right there to number 4. That's Nick Crosby. Back over to number 9. That's Bjorn Holm. Holm gives it back up on top to Jeffrey Santelli, that is. And he gives it to number 5, that's Blake Weinhauser. Blake also moves the ball quite efficiently. That's Weinhauser. That's Levac with the first goal. He takes a shot, rebound to number 9, and that is Bjorn Holm, and he scoops up the rebound from Levac and scores it to tie it up at the 8:53 mark. Nice job there. If we watch the replay, there was the initial shot, and then he gets his own rebound, actually, and puts it right down on the goal. Number 9, nice job there, ties it up for the Blake Bears. Bjorn Holm, a junior attacker. gets the Blake Bears on the board, 1-1. Face-off center field. Blake won the first face-off. Let's see if they can do it again, and yes, that is number 3, Thomas Washington. He wins it again, and he comes straight down. Pass off to his left, and a goal. Again, number 9, Bjorn Holm scores again at the 8:43 mark, only a mere 10 seconds after their first goal. And that tells you how important those face-offs are. You can really do some damage winning those things. Nice job there. Look at Thomas Washington to a wide open Holm. He picks up the bounce pass, struggles through 2 players and the goalie, and puts it by number 8. All he can do, Buzz Williams, the goalie, all he can do is shrug his shoulders. He was not a lot he could do there. That's all Thomas Washington made that happen, though, however. And here he is again, and he wins his 3rd consecutive faceoff, and he has the ball. And he is rushing down the field once again. This time he passes it off to 23. That is Jimmy Gruber. As he brings it around, Blake has a lot of pep in their step right now. There is Gruber, wheels all the way around. Back up on top to number 7, Jeffrey Santelli. He slows it down just a bit here. Down low to Gruber. Gives it to Bjorn Holm. He's got the 2 goals, and he wants more, I'm sure. Looking very confident, wheeling around, being marked closely there by number 17 for the Red Knights, Evan Eliasson. Blake being very methodical now, very patient. They win that face-off, and they come rushing down, trying to catch everybody off guard. But once they've got it set up now, and they've into a much more deliberate type offense here. That's number 5, Blake Weyerhaeuser, trying to get by number 15, Will Hodder, who does a nice job trying to strip the ball, but it is picked up by the Bears once again. Again, Jimmy Gruber comes away with it. There's Holm up on top, and 7 is Santelli. He comes around, takes a shot on net, and he scores! I don't know if that will go unassisted.
Santelli for the Bears at 7:17.
At 7:17, Santelli now scores the 3rd consecutive goal, and the 2 and 3 Bears are off to a great start, following in the footsteps of the girls earlier today. Took care of the Red Knight girls in Lacrosse. 16-2 was that score, and the Bears are picking right up here. Look at Santelli, and he just lets it fly. Saw an opening, and from pretty far out, scores the Bears' 3rd consecutive goal back to midfield, and that face-off, the Bears have won the last 3, and they're up 3-1. This time the Red Knights are really fighting hard. They didn't want to give up this next face-off, believe me. And number 21 does a nice job fighting him, but the Bears come away with it on the whistle. And so that is Thomas Washington. So you got to give the win, the 4th consecutive face-off win, to the Bears. And they will set up their offense. Jimmy Gruber here on the right. He comes around, putting a move. And out to Holm, who has the first 2 goals for the Bears. Now there's Santelli, who had the last one. That's to Michael DeJoris. He's a senior attacker, number 12. He gives it off to, that is DeJoris still with the ball, number 1. He wheels all the way around. He's maybe gonna stuff it in, but decides against it. Bounces it back out on top to Santelli. That's over to Levac, who had the first goal. That is Holm, Bjorn Holm, junior attacker, being guarded closely by John Stone, number 5. Did a nice job keeping them at bay, but they still possess the ball. There's DeJoris, number 1, back down to 23, Jimmy Gruber, being very methodical here, the Bears, as the clock ticks at 5:50 in the first quarter. There's Gruber, tries to pass it over to number 4, Nick Crosby, and it gets deflected by Benilde, and do they come up with it? And they do. Number 17 for the Red Knights comes up with it. That's Evan Eliasson. Gives it off to number 8, who is screwing around, Buzz Williams, and he finds some daylight midfield. And here he comes, all the way to the 35-yard line. He tries to scoop pass it to number 4.
Williams for the Red Knights.
There's a whistle. Not sure, but the Bears came away with it. I'm not entirely clear what that was all about. But the Bears seem to have it, and now here comes number 10, Lavac. That's over to number 9, Bjorn Holm. And we got a whistle and a turnover. Benilde gets the ball back. And that's number 8 with it for Benilde. Buzz Williams, he's the goalie. And here comes 24 along the left side. That's Quinn Elin. Elin with the ball, that's number 24. As he charges the net in the middle, gets pushed away. Still with it, wheeling, passes it off to number 4. That is Edmund Hughes. To 27, Eric Weber. Weber with it, back out on top. Picked up there by number 22. That is Ben Shear. Shear to Elin. Over to number 19, Arnold. Brian Arnold. Watch him. He's been effective in some of their previous wins. Watch 19. He's got a lot of moves. Brian Arnold looking for an angle for a shot here. He takes a shot and just sends it wide left of the net and out of bounds. Here is a nice move there, but good defense, decides to take a blind shot there and just goes wide left. But Benilde does retain possession with number 24, Elin, there with the ball. As Benilde sets up their offense. Their first major possession of the match. There's Arnold, number 19, fakes a pass, throws it down to 27. That is Eric Weber. And Weber gives it over to Van Overbeek. And there's Van Overbeek, also very dangerous player. Keep an eye on him. Back up top, Benilde now moving the ball very crisply. And there's 24 with a shot right on net and a save. Quinn Elin launched a hard shot. Watch that. Nice save there by the goalie there. Number 12, I believe that is Gavin McDonough. So Benilde retains possession, 3:22 and counting. And there is Elin, 24, down low, up top. That's Ben Shear. Shear with the ball on the right side. Finds number 4 in the middle, who takes a shot, and off the post. He hit the post. Edmund Hughes had a shot, and he hits the post. How frustrating is that? 2:56 to go, 3-1 Bears. Great action here early on. Good tight game. Here come the Bears on the left side. That's number 5, Blake Weinhauser. Number 7 is Jeffrey Santelli of the Bears. He got their last goal. It's over to 10, Lavac. Levi Lavac to Santelli. Weyerhauser, that is, number 5 with the ball. Blake has it, gets checked there by Quinn Elin. Santilli looking for an angle here. Takes a shot, blocked in front by number 8, the goalie, Buzz Williams. Nice save by him, and Benilde has possession. Number 44 is Jack Wrigley. Back over to Williams. And Benilde brings it up. Across midfield. That's number 42, Turner Wine. Down behind the net is 27, Eric Weber. Weber working in the lower left side here, the near left side. Over to number 20 for the Red Knights, that's Jerome Newhouse. And Brian Arnold now has it. Watch for him to take a shot here, that's number 18, Shea Lenhart. 42 is Turner Wine. Down low to Weber. Weber comes across the middle behind the net as he chases towards the center. Up top, big shot there, and a goal. Number 18, Shea Kinney Lenhart from Weber narrows the gap to 1. Watch this nice effort. Nice pass and a shot there. Just beats the sprawling goalie, number 12, Gavin McDonough. Couldn't quite get his leg on it, and that will bring it to 3-2 with just less than a minute to go first quarter. Still time left for either team to score, and the all-important face-off here. Look at how tight that is down there. And that's Jack Bednewski for the Red Knights, but he loses it again. This time, the same guy, Thomas Washington. He is very dangerous. Watch him. He likes to get ahead of steam going, and when he gets that ball and he takes a shot, and a save by Buzz Williams off the bounce, but the ball is loose. And the Red Knights come up with it. Number 5 nicely scoops up Blake Weyerhaeuser. And here he comes down, less than a half a minute. Ball gets hacked out of his basket, and it's picked up by number 14 for the Bears, Robert Becker. Becker has it, and he throws it up there to Centelli to the Bears. They are 17 seconds to go. They've got some time. The ball can move quickly here. 23 is Jimmy Gruber. He takes a shot, and it's blocked in front by Buzz Williams. A second nice save in a row by that young man. And ball is loose, and we have a whistle and a stoppage with exactly 1 second to go. And the Bears come in at that last second, number 4. Nick Crosby tried to get a shot on goal, and I think he did. Williams comes up with the 3rd save, and that is the end of the first quarter. Blake 3, Benilde 2. Come on back.
Introducing a breakthrough in time management technology. A whole new day of the week. It's called Someday. Ingenious. Perhaps someday you are going to go skydiving. Enter a hot dog eating contest. Maybe ride a mechanical bull. Now, it's on the calendar. You may want to retire someday. Ready for that? You'll really want this. A My Social Security account at socialsecurity.gov. You can estimate your future benefits, plan for your retirement, and how to save for it. If you already receive benefits, you can manage them online. Millions of people already have a My Social Security account. In fact, someone opens one about every 6 seconds. Get yours today, because someday is here at socialsecurity.gov.
Welcome, are we on? Welcome back to Benilde St. Margaret's, and this is the beginning of the second quarter between the Blake Bears and the Benilde St. Margaret Red Knights. If you just joined us, the match started out with Benilde getting goal number 1, followed by 3 consecutive goals by the Blake Bears, and then the Benilde St. Margaret Red Knights brought their lead to just 1 late with less than a minute to go. They got a goal, and so I am looking forward to another very spirited second quarter between these two arch rivals. Both are private schools, just a couple miles apart. 394 separates them. The former coach for Benilde used to coach for Blake, so a lot of people here. Beautiful night, about 59 degrees, mostly sunny as the sun sets. And we're about to begin the second quarter here. So Benilde St. Margaret's came in with a 4-0 record. Blake comes in 2-3, but as a learned scholar of Benilde sports was telling me off the air that when these two teams get together, you throw the record books out. It's that kind of rivalry. So I'm looking forward to some great action coming up. So we're about to begin the second quarter, and that is number 21 for Benilde, taking the draw, Coleman Reese. And that must be Hunter Thomas Washington for the Bears, and he has won another one. He's won at least 3, and he is dangerous off these faceoffs. Keep an eye on him. He has the ball. As he brings it out to his teammate, number 28, that is Bobby Chancellor, a sophomore attacker. That's Santelli. He had a goal in the first quarter. Santelli still with it. Gives it to Weyerhaeuser. Blake Weyerhaeuser. And the ball goes out of bounds to the Blake Bears. They'll retain possession. That's number 23, Jimmy Groover. Groover takes a shot, just goes wide left of Buzz Williams, number 8, the goaltender for the Red Knights. Here's that replay. A lot of pace on that shot, but just missed being on target. And we're underway. That's number 4, Nick Crosby with the ball. So he wheels around, gives it to Santelli. Santelli to Thomas Washington. Washington, number 3, very dangerous. He skirts through the middle, tries to shoot, but loses the ball as he fans on the shot, and it's picked up by number 16 with the long stick there. That is Ryan Tucker. And Tucker comes screaming down the right side. Still with the ball is Tucker. Looking for someone to pass to, and we got a whistle and possibly an offside. Or do we have a timeout on the field? That's what it appears. We have our first timeout, looks like taken by the Red Knights. The coach must have seen something there just this early into the second quarter, but he definitely wants to convey a message while they have the ball in this possession, down 1 goal. So let's see what's coming up here for the Benilde St. Margaret's schedule. You can see tonight, May 2nd, the Blake Bears are here playing them right now. Next game is this Thursday against Chaska. The Hawks of Chaska will be visiting here, and then they go on the road across the river to Matamidi on the 6th. And then they're back home for 2 games, the first one being on May 9th against Chanhassen, and then the Edina Hornets will visit on May 16th. That's a Tuesday, and then they've got 3 road games at Bloomington Kennedy, at Lakeville North, and at Bloomington Jefferson. So they'll be spending quite a bit of time south of 494 that 3rd week of May. So right now they're 4-0 and just down 1 goal to Blake. And we'll see what happens coming out of this timeout by Rob Horn. As I was mentioning earlier, it seemed a little early, but maybe he felt that he needed to settle his team down and set up an offense, and probably not a bad timeout. 3-2 lead or deficit, and you got an opportunity here to tie it up. Let's see what happens. And so play underway. That's number 24 starting it out, Quinn Elin. He's one of their captains this year. Just a junior midfielder, however. And there's a shot by Van Overbeek, Jack. He is dangerous. Van Overbeek, he's got 7 goals on the season and 4 assists in just 4 games. That's 11 points. Keep an eye on him. All right, there's number 4. That is Edmund Hughes. Back up on top to Elin. Elin working and takes a shot and a goal. He bounces it in to tie it up. That looked like it's going to be unassisted. Quinn Elin, the junior captain for the Red Knights, ties it up at 10:04 the second quarter. He went left, right, then back left again, and then shifted his stick back to his right side and got not a super hard shot, but boy, was it effective. You want to bounce those things at the goalie's feet. It's very difficult for them to capture that ball in their basket when the ball's at their feet. Great shot, great move. 3-3 tie, 10:04 to go. Face off, 50-yard line. This time it's Jack Banuski once again, and of course Thomas Washington, and Thomas Washington comes away with it. That's at least his 5th face-off win, but it's tied, so you wouldn't know it by the scoreboard. All right, Blake sets up their offense. That's number 9, Bjorn Holm. He has a goal tonight. Down below to number 4, Nick Crosby. He comes around. Passes it up top to Blake Weyerhaeuser. Weyerhaeuser gives it to Santelli, and he takes a shot on Buzz Williams, and Buzz Williams, I don't know if he blocked it or if it went under his arm, and it missed the mark. Let's see what the replay shows here. Big shot there, and whoa, it hit the post. Wow, that's the third post hit tonight. Great camera shot there. Awesome angle.
Bears.
All right, Bears still have possession after the ball goes out of bounds, and that is Bjorn Holm, and he comes around. I bet he's looking for a shot. Being guarded very well there by number 17 for the Red Knights. That is Evan Eliasson, does a nice job on him, and Benilde gets the ball back. Great defense there by Eliasson. And here comes Benilde now. Number 5 has it. That is John Stone. Stone tries to get it to 15, which was Will Hodder, and it ends up in the basket of number 22, Ben Shear. Shear gives it up to Quinn Elin. Elin looking very aggressive, passes it off to number 4, that is Hughes. Hughes working behind the net, gives it up to Eric Weber. Weber over to Shear. To Elin now. Elin takes a shot and it goes wide right. But the rebound is picked up by Weber, and he comes in and tries to shoot and gets blocked. No goal there. What action. Benilde here's the replay. Weber comes in, oh, what a save there by number 12, Gavin McDonough. Saves a goal there right when the Benilde is on the doorstep. Another shot by Elin at McDonough. He is feeling the pressure. I think that ball bounced a little sooner than Quinn Elin would have liked to, but an effective shot all the same. Back behind the net there, that's number 4, Hughes. Back to Elin, he's the quarterback tonight. He defended well there. Gives it up to Shear. Shear takes a shot off the mark, or saved by McDonough. Weber retains possession for the Red Knights. 7 minutes, coming up on the 7-minute mark here, the second quarter. Elin, nice pass down below to Van Overbeek, and it is blocked in front by the big number 18 for the Blake Bears, Christopher Hovard. Number 18 fighting hard down there with 27, Eric Weber. Keep an eye on those two. And Blake comes away with it. That's number 14 for the Bears. Robert Becker in the long stick. Long pass up the middle. And a whistle. We have a penalty for the call here. 6:40 to go, second quarter.
30-second technical.
It's a 30-second technical.
Interference.
Interference is the technical. So it looks like the Red Knights will be down a player for 30 seconds. Is it Van Overbeek that is going to be sitting that? Looks like Jack Van Overbeek might be sitting that one out. Yeah, he's down on his knee. So Jack Van Overbeek, one of their best scorers, is out for 30 seconds, and see if the Blake Bears can take advantage and break this tie. And that is number 23 for the Bears, Jimmy Gruber. Gives it up to 5. That is Blake Weyerhaeuser. To Santelli, Weyerhaeuser. Gruber. Gruber. Nice passing, and what a stop by Buzz Williams. Awesome play by both teams there. Here's Gruber with a shot. Another save by Buzz Williams. And the crowd is feeling it here. Another pass in front. Another shot. Ball goes wide. Out of bounds. To the Blake Bears. Williams tried to go capture that to get possession. He's everywhere tonight. Look at this action here. Look at the passing. Bang, bang, textbook, and Buzz Williams anticipated that. That was all Williams there. Nice job by him. that passing was extraordinary too by the Bears. Just great plays by both. And here's the other replay and the shot on Buzz Williams and his second save in a row. He is in the groove. And just as we say that, off the whistle, number 9, Bjorn Holm gets his second of the night. And that is an issue in lacrosse, as I'm learning this game, is when there's an out of bounds or some sort of stoppage, they give the ball, and not everybody is always ready for it. And you can take advantage of it if the other defensive team is a little bit asleep, and that might have been the case there. And it just takes a fraction of a second to get that edge to find that goal. So it's 4-3 Blake Bears on Holm's second goal of the night. 5:29 to go, face off, 50-yard line. Hard to tell who's taking it. No, that's number 21. That's Coleman Reese for the Red Knights. So they are switching it up, and it's almost always Thomas Washington, and he did try to take it for the Bears, and you can see why. They won their at least sixth face-off of the night. And we have a timeout now on the field, this time by the Blake Bears. They want to talk things over with 5 minutes to go before halftime and a 1-goal lead, probably to talk strategy, maybe slow it down, try to milk the clock. Looking at the Blake Bears schedule, as I indicated before, they came into this match 2-3, but they're playing a great match against the 4-0 Red Knights. But looking at who they played to get to that 2-3 record, they started out the year at Prior Lake. They lost a close one by 2, 8-10, and then they lost to Chanhassen, 12-5. That was at home. Then they beat Hopkins 19-1 a couple Saturdays ago. Then they lost a very close one to Bloomington Jefferson. So they've had 2 losses there by just a matter of 3 goals. So they may be better than their record. And then they won their last one against Providence Academy 10-8. Looking ahead for Blake, of course tonight, looking at your screen, they have Benilde St. Margaret's, then they're going to Breck. That's a big rivalry when Blake and Breck get together as well. Then they're at home for 3 Holy Family, down in the southwestern part of the metro area. Woodbury from way out east. They'll have a long drive for Woodbury there. And then they play Tri-Mac. I'm not exactly sure. It might be outstate conglomeration of a couple high schools, and then they're at Minnetonka, home with Orono, and then at Eden Prairie to finish off the season. So we're about to get underway here again. Blake has the ball, up 4-3, and we're underway. That's number 10 for Blake. Lavac, he got the first goal of the night for either team, and there he's number 10, he has it again. Passes it down low to number 9, that is Holm. Holm up to Lavac. Up top, almost goes over the head there, Weyerhaeuser. Weyerhaeuser has it. And Blake does look like they're taking their time. I don't know if they're exactly trying to milk the clock, but they're being very methodical, running their motion offense. And here comes Holm, number 9. Gives it up to number 23, Groover. Groover back down to Holm, number 9. He works behind the net, trying to inch his way in front of it, and he tries to pass it to Groover, and it gets by him, and that is a crucial turnover with 4:28 to go. Benilde gets the ball back just down 1. And Buzz Williams, he's had a great night, couple stellar saves in just the last minute or 2 of play. And he will take the ball and help work it up the field here. Gives it up to number 15. That is Will Hodder, and Hodder has it. And he is running down to the right side, gives it up to 27, Eric Weber. Back up top to number 18. That's Leonhardt. He's got a nice goal tonight. Gives it over to number 20 for Benilde. That is Jerome Newhouse. Newhouse has it. He looks to try to penetrate the defense of the Blake Bears. Gives it over there to 18 again, Leonhardt. Leonhardt spins and takes a shot, and it misses the mark, goes out of bounds. But Benilde will retain possession. Nice spin move, nice hard shot. And it looks like McDonough steered it away. Nice save. Both goalies having great nights, and the score reflects that. Very low scoring. All right, back underway on top. That's number 20 again. That's Newhouse. And he takes a hard shot and misses the mark. Just goes wide left of McDonough. Out of bounds, and the ball will be retained. Here's another shot. And as you can see, just off the mark by about a couple feet. That's Hughes with the 4, and he loses the ball, and it's picked up there by number 18, Christopher Hovard. That's his second time he's put on a nice defensive play there for the Blake Bears, and they are quickly down the field with just a little less than 3 minutes to go. That's Holm with it, number 9. He tries to drive on the left side. Being guarded very well there by Evan Eliasson, and we got a whistle.
Warning the call. Possession, Red Knights.
So there's, I think, what was the call there? Warding was the call, so that turns the ball over to the Red Knights. 2.5 minutes to go, and now they got it up here nicely here to number 20, Jerome Newhouse. Newhouse to Van Overbeek. He is yet to score, yet he's one of the leading scorers. If you're a Blake fan, that's not good, because sooner or later, you're gonna hear from him. But so far, they've kept him at bay. Benilde taking their time. I don't know if they're going for a last shot here. I doubt it. Down 1. That's Quinn Elin. And there's number 19, Brian Arnold. He's been very quiet as well tonight. He is very dangerous for these Red Knights. Gives it up to Elin. Arnold to Elin, over to number 22, that's Ben Shear. And there is Brian Arnold, takes a hard shot, but McDonough comes up with the save. And the ball goes out of bounds. Here comes Arnold, big hard shot, and actually it just hit the helmet. McDonough was in good position, and that's good goaltending. Doesn't have to look pretty to make a great save. He was in a great position, and that's why they have the helmet. So nice save by McDonough. Benilde retains possession. That's Quinn Elin. Elin wheels around. Guarded closely there by number 28 for the Bears. That's Bobby Chancellor. Back up to Elin. Elin looking for some daylight. Passes a dangerous pass down in the middle to number 27. It was very congested. Eric Weber, and Weber could not come up with it. And the Bears do, and there's a whistle, and there is going to be, or was there a timeout before any foul was called? Because that Bear was being accosted. But it appears there's no infraction and a quick timeout. It looked like it was called by the Red Knights probably with 1 minute to go or a little less. They have the ball. They will most likely try to take a last shot here to tie it up going into halftime, which would give them great momentum. So a lot of good action tonight. Good scoring opportunities, good goaltending, and good offensive chances. Great passing. Two very good, well-coached teams here, and this is great lacrosse. So looking at the player stat sheets for Benilde, as I indicated before, the leading goal scorer coming into tonight is Brian Arnold. He has 9 goals, 5 assists for 14 total points. The next leading goal scorers is a tie between Ben Shear, number 22, and Jack Van Overbeek. They each have 7 goals. Shear has 3 assists for a total of 10 points, and Van Overbeek has 4 assists for 11 points. And that's followed by Quinn Elin, who's got 6 goals and 4 assists. Next on the list is, with 5 goals, is both Eric Weber and Jerome Newhouse, who have made their presences known. And that's followed by Edmund Hughes, who has 4 goals. So we're back out of the timeout, and we're underway. Blake has it. That's Santelli, number 7, as he gives it up to number 5, Blake Weyerhauser. And now it's number 10, Lavac. Santelli. Blake will likely go for a last shot here. approaching the half-minute mark, and there is a turnover. The ball comes loose, picked up by Ryan Tucker, number 16. And here comes Tucker down the left side. And this time we got a timeout by the Red Knights for the same reason why the Blake Bears took the last one. They're going to set up their offense with 23.5 seconds to go. So a lot of gamesmanship, a lot of strategy by the coaches here. This is our 4th timeout of the first half. So neither team wants to waste any opportunity. There's no taking a knee here in Lacrosse, at least not tonight, and not on this field. Going back to some of the player stats, following Newhouse and Hughes, our Newhouse and Weber had 5 goals. That's followed by Edmund Hughes, who has 4. And Noah Swindlehurst has 3. And Shea Leonhardt, who scored tonight, has 3 goals. Turner Wine has a goal. Pepe Smith has a goal. Kalam Stores has a goal. And that is your goal scorers for Benilde. So they've really spread it around. They have their top 4 or 5 performers there in terms of scoring. But they've really scored a lot of goals this year. Compared to the Blake Bears, their scoring has been a little less when you look at the totals. So Benilde St. Margaret's offensively has more of the firepower, it would seem, based on the statistics. But Blake has been holding them at bay with only 3 tonight. So that would favor the Bears, I would think. They don't want to get into track meet, so to speak, when it comes to goal scoring with the Benilde St. Margaret's. So they're doing a nice job keeping this slow, and we're back underway. Time running, 20 seconds. Benilde has it, and that's behind the net is number 27 again. That is Eric Weber, one of their leading goal scorers, and he gives it up to Elin. He takes a hard shot, but no, it's a pass below. It was a fake shot and a goal shot by Van Overbeek. I knew we'd hear from him, but he missed the mark. That was a fake shot by Elin to the guy below. Nicely done. Ball loose, Arnold trying to get it, Elin trying to get it, and that's the end of the first half. 4-3, Blake Bears leading 4-3. Come back for the second half.
If I say heads up, what does that mean to you? It means be aware, be alert. Be prepared to prevent something bad from happening, like a concussion. Most concussions are preventable if you make the effort. Wear a helmet when you bike, wear a seatbelt when you're in the car, and always be aware and be safe. To learn more, go to cdc.gov/concussion. You want to prevent a concussion? It's time to be heads up.
Welcome back to the home of the Benilde St. Margaret's Red Knights in St. Louis Park, Minnesota. We are underway, the 3rd quarter, the second half of the Blake Bears versus the Benilde St. Margaret Red Knight Boys Lacrosse. And we're just underway. Blake is in green. They have the ball. They'll be going from our left to our right. They have a 4-3 lead in a very hotly contested first half. We're expecting to see some great lacrosse here in the second half, and Blake controls the face-off once again. They've won at least 80 to 90% of the face-offs in the first half, and that is resulted in their 4-3 lead. Both goalies, Buzz Williams has had some beautiful saves to keep the game close, and so has McDonough in the nets for the Bears. Just underway here, 3rd quarter. And behind the net, Benilde in white, they're going from our right to our left, of course, that's Eric Weber. And Weber has the ball, and he overthrows Elin, number 24, and he turns it over. Rare miscue there by Weber, and maybe just shaking off the cold weather that's descending here. We are having nice afternoons, but the temperature drops quite a bit this time of year when the sun goes down. And he just looked a little tight there. Not a lot of warm-up time for these teams when they come out of their halftime huddles, I noticed. So that might have been the reason for that miscue there. So Blake has it, and that is number 9, Bjorn Holm. He has been very effective for the Bears as he rushes the net on the left side, and I thought I heard a whistle, but play continues. And the ball goes out to Santelli, and he misplays it. So both teams have misplayed some easy passes, and that is Eric Weber, 27, who has it back for the Red Knights. And he takes it deep beyond the goal and passes it back out to number 1, Jack Van Overbeek, who was very quiet in the first half. Keep an eye on him. One of their leading scorers. Blake has done a nice job, and that ball gets misplayed. And the big difference I'm thinking right now, as both teams are struggling, is that when halftime ended, or when it began at the end of the second quarter, it was light out, and now it's dark, the lights are on, and they have to adjust their vision, and now another turnover. So I think they're having trouble adjusting to the light perhaps here. Didn't see any of these miscues in the first half, but their eyes will adjust, and hopefully that will be kept to a minimum. So now Benilde has it. That's number 22, Ben Shear. Over to Elin, and then to Arnold. They're their big 3 attackers. Those 3 will lead the way in scoring for Benilde, and that is Arnold. He also, a very prolific scorer for the Red Knights, was held at bay. Shear up top. There's Elin. Any 3 of those guys can score, and he takes a shot, and it goes off. And the Red Knights will retain possession with Eric Weber to Shear. Up top there to Elin. And a screen was maybe set for him, and he takes a shot and misses the net. So Benilde having trouble finding the goal. Play underway once again. That is number 4 for the Red Knights, Edmund Hughes. And he is looking, gives it up to Arnold up top. Arnold working his way down left, being guarded closely there by number 2. That is Jackson Hubler. Arnold way up top to Elin, and Elin takes a big shot and a save by McDonough. Both goalies have come up huge tonight, and that is really one of the big stories, if not the story, of why it's only 4-3. Both these teams are very good. Blake's record of 2-3 is a little deceiving. 2 of those losses were by just a goal or 2. And here comes Santelli. He scored in the first half as well, being guarded closely by Elin. Elin being very aggressive there. Santelli finds Holm, and Holm takes a big shot. Bjorn Holm, monster shot there, wide right. Buzz Williams steers it away, and here they come again, the Blake Bears. Ball is loose, picked up by Gruber, number 23. Gruber back over to number 5, that is Weyerhaeuser. Weyerhaeuser moving quickly up top, being marked closely by Elin. Now down to number 4, that is Crosby. That's Nick Crosby still with it, tries to put a shot on net, off the mark, goes out of bounds, and the Bears will retain possession. No score yet here in the second half. Of course, 4-3 coming into it, but no scoring yet here in the third quarter. Both defenses playing very, very well. That is Gruber, number 23. Gruber with it, that's Holm now, number 9. Tries to do a bounce pass to number 4, Crosby. Gets by him. Blake Bear puts a shot on net, rebound comes down, and here comes Elin with it now for Benilde. Across the 50-yard line, now to the 30. Passes over to number 4, Hughes. Edmund Hughes with it. Back up to Elin. Over to number 20. That is Jerome Newhouse. And 42 is Turner Wine. Wine gives it up to Newhouse. Newhouse with it down low. That is Hughes. And Eric Weber now behind the net. Trying to put a move on number 11. That's Will Watkins defending, number 11 for the Bears. Now it's back up top. This time it's to Leonhardt. Shea Kinney Leonhardt with it. Leonhardt down low to Weber, 27. Benilde also being very methodical, moving the ball quite well. Blake playing very good defense. All these players are well positioned on defense. Every goal is earned. That is number 20 now with it, Jerome Newhouse. Now he comes around the net in front of Weber. Out on top, bounce pass to number 42, Turner Wine does a nice job scooping it up and retaining possession. Passes it down right, is that Vanderbeek? It is, Jack Van Overbeek. Puts a move on, he's quick, and he now finds his teammate, number 4, Hughes, who puts a shot on net, and McDonough comes up with another save. Both goalies, as I mentioned earlier, doing very well in nets. And the ball goes out of bounds to the Red Knights. Look at this save at point blank range. Great positioning. I'd like to say great reflexes, that's too, but you know, the positioning of his body, because that's where he took the shot. And that is more than half the battle when it comes to goaltending, is just being in the right position. Just taking a look at Buzz Williams there. He was doing jumping jacks to stay warm. Ball's been in the Bear zone here for quite a while here, and the temperature is dropping. That is going to have an impact. Whether the dew will rise on the surface of the grass here, I don't know. If it gets slippery, doesn't look like it. All right, that is Shear, 22, and he's going to take a shot, and he does, and another save by McDonough. He is just unconscious out there. What a nice job. All these shots have been very, very hard and on the mark. Not necessarily easy to handle. It's difficult enough, I think, playing goalie in lacrosse. These guys are putting on a clinic, both Williams and McDonough. Now the ball is loose at midfield. And before we have a Benilde player down, that's Elin. I didn't see what happened to him. There might be the reason for the whistle. Here's that shot, look at that. Just lots of pace, and he did get the basket on that. Nice job by McDonough. Play back underway. Elin is up and looks like he's okay. Looks a little slow as he comes into our screen down there on the right-hand corner. Just catching his breath, but now he has the ball, and he seems to have found some energy. And here he comes at the goal, and he's pushed back away, gives it up to Shear, number 22. 22 working on the right side, getting pushed back there nicely by number 13 for the Blake Bears, who does poke the ball loose. That's Dakota Johnson on defense, but Benilde retains possession as Brian Arnold. He takes a shot and he finds the net. What a shot by Arnold. That would have been an unbelievable save by McDonough. It certainly wasn't his fault. Kept it low, roller, and just found the inside corner of the right post to tie it up for the Red Knights. Watch this, Brian Arnold, mentioned him earlier. Look at that low, oh, it actually was deflected by the defenseman there, number 18, Christopher Hovard. That was the reason. A deflection by Hovard causes that goal. Otherwise, McDonough might have had it because that ball just snuck in. Watch this, just clips him right there on the forearm, and it totally threw McDonough's timing off. Nothing he could do. Great camera work there. All right, Blake wins the faceoff. That, again, is Thomas Washington. 3 minutes to go for all. Down back below, that is Gruber, 23. Blake yet to score here in the second half. Benilde has controlled the ball most of the third quarter. So that is number 10 with it. That is Lavac. Levi Lavac had the first goal tonight, and he has the ball again. So he'll work the right side against number 15, Will Hodder. Hodder on Lavac. Levac still with it, down below to Groover, 23, being guarded closely by 44, Jack Wrigley. Wrigley harassing him. Groover still has it, and he has to give it up as it comes back up top to Santelli, back over to Levac, who is being harassed by 15 once again, Will Hodder. And his actions draw a nice roar from the crowd here. There's Groover, pass to Levac, and a beautiful save by Buzz Williams. If we can get that replay when we have a second, he kind of popped it up to himself and caught it like a raindrop. That was beautiful. Nice job by Buzz Williams. Great goaltending. Great stuff tonight. All right, here comes Benilde. That is number 5 with it, of course, John Stone. Another captain for Benilde. Back out on top to number 18, Shea Kinney Leonhardt. Shea Kinney with the ball as there's a substitution on the fly. Number 42 comes in, Turner Wine, and he takes the ball from Leonhardt, and then he gives it over to number 20, Jerome Newhouse. Newhouse to Wine, over to Leonhardt. Leonhardt has it. Down behind the net to Jack Van Overbeek. Or no, excuse me, that's number 4, Edmund Hughes. Back up to Shea Kinney Leonhardt, and he finds, looking for Van Overbeek down in front and couldn't quite get it to him. They have been like a blanket on him today. Here's the replay there, and here's that save. He goes up, tips it up so it doesn't go in the net, and then just grabs it like a snowflake. Wow, that is beautiful. That should be on his scholarship reel if he's trying to get a scholarship to play lacrosse in college. He looks good enough to do it. All right, Van Overbeek. He's got it down there in the far right corner, being guarded closely by Hovard. And there it goes in to Weber, who right at the goal crease, goal mouth, I should say, turns and fires wide left. There's a nice pass, and what a great reception as he gets harassed and grabbed by number 14. No call on that. Number 14 is Robert Becker. And there's a nice pass to Leonhardt, and McDonough robs him. And Leonhardt shakes his arms in frustration after that save. Ball loose in front, midfield picked up by the Red Knights, and that ends the third quarter. 4-all. Come back for the exciting fourth.
There are oceans and rocks, places where fish swim and birds fly. History is made, art is created, things happen that should always be remembered. Heroes emerge, a woman sets people free, a man makes light, a leader steps forward. It can be a place, a feeling, a state of mind. So get up, get out there, and find your park.
So it's Hayes, huh? Well, Hayes is 15 and McDonough is 12. Okay. Yeah, close enough. Well, it's all right. We'll just get it right. It's a fun match, I have to tell you. Okay. Welcome back to Benilde St. Margaret's, and we are at intermission between the third and fourth quarter, and here we're showing the last replay here. And by the way, that shot by Shea Kinney Leonhardt was not blocked by McDonough. I didn't notice it, and neither did some other folks, but there's a new goalie in for the Blake Bears since the beginning of the third quarter, and his name is Tyler Hayes, number 15. And I don't know why Gavin McDonough is not in there. He had a great first half, and I didn't notice it, and they're about similar size. So what a great tandem of goalies the Blake Bears has, because Hayes came in and made 2 or 3 unbelievable saves. So we're seeing a goalie clinic tonight. Great defensive battle between these two rivals, and we're underway with number 25, Bednewski, who's been taking most of the faceoff, goes against Thomas Washington, and the ball comes out, and it will go to Benilde, and I will give that faceoff win to Benilde. Even though it appeared that Blake won it originally, they really didn't get possession of it. So Benilde comes away with a much valuable winning faceoff, and they start out the ball here in the fourth quarter. And here they come on the left side. That is number 15, Will Hodder. Or excuse me, that was Brian Arnold with it. He had the last goal. And there's a shot by Elin, and he scores! And this time he went high on Hayes. And Hayes is not the tallest kid in the world, and he went high on him. And wow, look at that shot. He just blew it right by his head. I think the goal is taller than the goalie. I'm not so sure why McDonough came out. He must be hurt. Bednewski, watch this shot. There is a lot of pace on this. Whew. Lightning fast, and it was rising. Looks like a rising fastball in baseball. That ball had some pace on it, and it's 5-4. Benilde's first lead of the night comes in the fourth quarter. Again, Bednewski and Thomas Washington, and Benilde comes away with their second faceoff win. The whistle goes to Benilde. And here comes number 5, John Stone for the Red Knights. And he has it, wheels around, gives it up. Now it's back to Van Overbeek, and we still haven't heard from him yet tonight. And he gives it up to Elin. The pass hits him down by the feet, and he gives it up, but there's a whistle. And it goes back to Benilde. That was a break for Benilde, because Blake is dangerous, and they would like to add to their lead here for sure. And there's a pass to number 27, and a great shot by Eric Weber, but even better save by Hayes, who makes up for that last one. I don't know if anybody could have saved that last one by Arnold. Here's the replay. Nice pass there, and point-blank shot by 27, Eric Weber, and a great save there by Hayes. Benilde retains possession. Weber back around, up top to Arnold, number 19 now. He brings it to the near right side at about the 25-yard line. Tries to do a spin move in the middle, comes in, gets hit, and his shot gets thwarted and goes wide left and out of bounds, but the Benilde run, here he is, takes a big shot there from number 14, Robert Becker. Made him pay for that rush. And here's another shot by Elin, and it goes right, but off the stick of Hayes for Blake Bears. So Benilde does retain possession. Here's that replay. Look at that shot. They are firing him, but that goes wide right. And Hayes probably didn't need to touch it, but better be safe than sorry, I'm sure. Okay, number 19, Arnold, working the left side this time. Shearer is up top. Elin's to the right, and it goes from Shearer to Elin. Elin rushes the net, takes a shot, and he bounced it a little sooner than he would have liked. And it goes out of bounds, but possession retained by the Red Knights. Yeah, that's, you want to bounce it, but you want to bounce it at their feet. And here's another shot, and the stick goes away, gets away from Elin. Ball goes out of bounds, and Weber will retain possession for the Red Knights. And they have really dominated possession here in the fourth quarter. And they have the lead. Looking for more. Another big shot by Elin. Hayes makes the save, and Benilde is just having their way here, just firing away. They just cannot get these shots on target. Hopefully that won't cost them at the end of the match, because you got to believe the Bears are going to get their opportunities. All right, Arnold now with it, up top. Below 9 minutes now, fourth quarter. And here comes Arnold, weaving through 3 people, and a backhanded, twisted turnaround shot is saved by Hayes, and now Blake has it. That's number 13 for the Bears, Dakota Johnson, and he is being harassed and beat up by Benilde, and we have a whistle and a timeout by the Bears as they have possession. They want to talk about what to do here. They've been pretty dominated here by the fourth quarter as Arnold does a spin reverse move shot and bounces it, and picked up by Hayes. Unbelievable action. So the Blake Bears take a timeout. They've been thoroughly dominated here in the fourth quarter. I'm sure their coach wants to talk things over and make sure they get a good offensive opportunity here, as they have given up the last 2 goals and the lead. The Bears have had the lead all night long until midway through the fourth quarter, and the momentum has changed, and the Bears have got to come up with a solution if they want to tie this match up. And with 8:32 to go, that's not really a lot of time when it comes to lacrosse. There might be only 1 or 2 or 3 more possession changes of meaning. And so every possession really counts here in the fourth quarter. Counts double anything in the first quarter, so the Blake Bears are going to talk about it and make sure they've got a good game plan and the players they want on the field as they take possession. So both teams coming out of the timeout here.
This is Groover for the...
And there's the whistle, and we're underway. And that is Groover with it. Number 23 over on the right side brings it up to Santelli, number 7, and that is number 10, Levi Lavac. And Lavac, number 10, he's working for the middle, getting triple teamed by Benilde. Back up to Santelli, and he goes down, he trips over his own feet, loses the ball momentarily, and he comes back up with it. Nice job of him recovering his own mistake. And there is Groover now on the right side. Benilde's defense has really gotten better here in the fourth quarter. Really put the shut it down here for Blake. Will it continue? Here is Groover. Oh, and a pass intended for number 4, Nick Crosby, and there's some dispute. Oh my goodness, and there's some activity. Here is that pass and a shot, and now, I don't know if you can see what happened there, but number 4, Crosby went down out of the sight of the referees on the warning track between the football practice field, but play continues. And Benilde has it. That's number 27 in the lower right-hand corner. They're nursing a 1-goal lead here, now below 8 minutes. That's Eric Weber, 27, and back up top to Shea Kinney Lenhart with it. Gives it over to number 20. That is Jerome Newhouse. To Turner Wine, that's number 42. Here comes Shea Kinney. Shea Kinney, pass down below to number 4, that's Edmund Hughes. Hughes coming in front, tries to take a shot wide left, but picked up by Jack Van Overbeek. And he gives it up to Shea Kinney Leonard and takes a shot and saved again by Hayes. Another great save by a goalie tonight. And the ball is loose, and it is picked up by Blake. Streaking down the left side is number 28, Bobby Chancellor, an attacker. Comes back up top to number 9. Bjorn Holm, of course. Up top to Santelli. Approaching 6 minutes to go here in the fourth. Number 5, Blake Weyerhauser has it. Up to number 5, that's him, gives it up to Santelli. Now less than 6 minutes to go. Santelli coming on the left side, finds his teammate Groover in the middle, and he hits, and it goes wide right, or was it saved? Let's see the replay here. Nice pass in there to Holm, and he just missed a wide open net. He could have went left side, right side, he went right, and he went wrong there. But Blake retains possession. Excuse me, that was Levi Lavac, who wished he had that shot again, I'm sure. And there's another shot on net and a big save by Buzz Williams. I have to say, he is the most valuable player tonight for Benilde. He has kept them in this match, no question about it. Number 1 star so far. All right, here comes Shear. Splits the defense and a whistle. And this time we have a timeout for the Red Knights. So each coach, once they get a possession, they're taking a timeout. Here's that replay. And behind, here comes Van Overbeek. gives it up to Shea Kinney, and what a save by Hayes. These goalies are putting on a clinic tonight. If you like goaltending in lacrosse, this is a great match to watch. Buzz Williams is certainly the star of the match here for Benilde, the story of the match, especially if they can hold on and win. He's had a great night and keeps having, he's only a junior, he'll be back next year. And probably the best goalie display I've seen in lacrosse, but it's been very limited in my experience. But nevertheless, you're seeing a great performance there by Buzz Williams. So Benilde's gonna talk it over with 5:19 to go. And every goal really counts more than just one goal here. I think if Benilde gets the next goal, that's gonna be pretty much curtains for Blake. And if Blake gets the next goal, we got a brand new ball game here in the fourth quarter. So let's see what happens. Both teams coming back out of their timeouts. And let's see who is on the field for Benilde. Let's see, I see Weber, 27, Brian Arnold, 19, Van Overbeek. Still think we're gonna hear from that kid tonight yet. And also Ben Shear, 22, and of course, their captain Elon starts out with a 24. And he takes a quick shot that goes wide left. I find that curious play coming out of that timeout, that was the play, but maybe it was. They certainly didn't spend a lot of time on it, but they do retain possession, so nothing really lost there. And anytime Elon's gonna take a shot, I would take that. He's very good, one of their top goal scorers. And he has it again, and he is coming towards him, and he takes a second consecutive shot without passing. And that also goes wide left, so he's been pulling the shots there. But he is being harassed there very well by number 14. Great defense by Robert Becker there. Hard to keep up with that kid, Elon. He's quick. Now, number 4 takes a back shot there. Edmund Hughes.
Second shot.
And picked up by Becker to Hobart. And they're doing a nice job, but Hobart gives it up to Brian Arnold, who steals it and puts a shot on net, saved by Hayes. And Brian Arnold did that last week against St. Louis Park. He picked one off and brought it right into the goal and scored. And now we have a turnover, and the Red Knights get possession once again with 4:21 to go. Fourth quarter. Great match tonight. Okay, that's number 17. Evan Eliasson also had a good night tonight, especially on defense. And he gives it up to Arnold. That's Shear up top to Elon. Elon, Shear, and Arnold, and Weber, and Van Overbeek at the corners. And number 4 is Edmund Hughes behind the net. Can they get one more goal? Shear gives it up to Van Overbeek. First time we've seen him outside by the 30. They're really trying to get him involved here, moving him around. Blake has done an awesome job containing him tonight. Here's Weber. He works his way in, and the ball gets knocked loose and picked up by number 11, Will Watkins.
This is Watkins.
He knocks it loose and picks it up. What a play by Watkins, the senior defender, and he still has it. He's wise to get rid of it. His job is to defend, and he makes a mistake there by not giving that up to an experienced ball handler. And Blake is starting to show some frustration. Gruber, number 23, was not happy, but Blake gets the ball back apparently. Getting tense here. We're almost at the 3-minute mark, 3:06 to go. Sorting things out on the field. Lots of substitutions. Arnold coming off. Coming on the field for Benilde. Ryan Tucker, number 16. Van Overbeek is still out there. Hughes is there. Number 10. Swindlehurst is now in. First time we've called his name tonight, so getting some fresh blood in there on defense anyway. And it may have worked. Ball is poked loose from Santelli. by number 4 Hughes, and he takes a huge shot, but Van Overbeek picks it up, and a nice pass back to Hughes. And he looks okay after taking a huge hit as he runs around with the ball in the back. Gives it up over to Swindlehurst. And Elance remains in the match. Shears to his left. And Brian Arnold was just off for the defensive sequence, and he substitutes back in here on offense, and you can understand why. One of the leading scorers, and he has the ball. Now coming up on 2 minutes, Blake has got to find a way to get the ball back, and there's a shot on net, and Hayes blocks it, but the rebound is missed and picked up by Van Overbeek, and shot is blocked by Hayes again. Van Overbeek almost had a chance to salt this one away, and Hayes came up and stopped him. Now 2 minutes to go. Blake has it, but ball is loose, and that is Hughes, but we got a whistle and a foul on Hughes, and that'll turn the ball back over. 1:53 to go. And there's number 10 with it for Blake. Levi Lavac, he got the first goal of the night. He'd like to get this last one here before the end of regulation. And he gives it up to Groover, who comes in and he passes to a wide open number 4, Nick Crosby, and it goes way over his head. Crosby can't believe it. He's on the ground. He was wide open, and the ball just sails on him. Oh, he's gonna wish he had that back, and Crosby is hurt. As I look back on the left side, he's having a hard time getting up. And he does indeed look hurt. And the Red Knights now take a timeout. What action we have here with 1:25 to go. Blake has not scored the entire half. They scored 4 in the first, had a 4-3 lead, and it's now 5-4. After almost 60 minutes of play, it's very close. Lots of timeouts, lots of strategy. There's definitely a buzz in the crowd. Fans from both schools here, very vocal, and it's been an awesome game for them to watch. Lots of things to cheer about, both offensively and defensively. Really well played match by both teams. But right now it looks like Benilde has the advantage 5-4. And I think they're gonna have the ball when they come out of the timeout. So what Blake will do to get that ball back, they're gonna have to play some very aggressive defense, but that will probably make them a bit vulnerable. On the back end, Buzz Williams comes bursting out of the timeout huddle, sprinting towards the goal, so he looks ready to go. Referees are out, Benilde is out, and let's see, who do we have out there offensively for Benilde? We've got Brian Arnold, number 19. We've got Mr. Elon Quinn and Ben Shear. So Van Overbeek, or Van Overbeck, number 1, has it. Trying to salt this one away. I would think another goal by Benilde would spell curtains for the Bears. And here comes Van Overbeck, and he is going to pass it up to Arnold up top. Arnold now being very methodical. They really don't have to shoot it all here. They can just milk the clock out as we approach 1 minute to go right now. Arnold still with it, behind the net. I don't know why he would shoot it. There's really no reason to shoot it. Why would you give it up? The Bears are gonna have to get it back from him. There's just really no reason for Benilde to shoot it, because it only gives them an opportunity to give the ball up to the Bears. So they are gonna hold on to it and try to ice this ball, or freeze it, quarantine it, not give it up. And that's what we're playing. It's keep away for the rest of the match here. We're down to less than a half minute, and you can't beat the strategy as long as there's not a shot clock. You wonder if that'll ever come into the games at some point. Might be hard to manage in this game. What a nice spin move by Aylin.
Under 10 seconds.
Under 10 seconds, Shear has it, and that's gonna do it. What a match. Great defensive match, and that's it. As the Benilde players run out to celebrate with their goalie, Buzz Williams, and he deserves all those accolades. And there you have it. Benilde remains undefeated as they come back and win 5-4. Have a great night. For our cameraman and our producer, for ParkTV 16 Sports, good evening.